Hello, data protection and data governance professionals. Welcome to the final update for 2022 from the Data Protection Excellence Network. And what a year it's been. Data protection takes off in ASEAN. What do I mean? Now, you remember I shared that, the latest law that came into force was actually the Indonesia data protection law, and we were in Indonesia taking the news to you. We now have two videos that we did together with the people who were involved in the developing of the data protection law in Indonesia, and some good insights there. We give you the key highlights. So take a look at that, and this is actually on our YouTube under Straits Interactive and also within the DPEX Network itself. As our promise of continuing adding value to you, we have summarized data breaches from around the world into a video. There's two videos here from global case studies. I was speaking to a DPO and I was surprised that she could actually use this to socialize it to their own staff, because it's something that we do to value add for productivity and compliance to DPOs. Speaking of data breaches, nearer to home in Singapore, a firm has been awarded 6.5 million US, that's 10 million Sing dollars, against a third party, Capgemini, for a breach. This underscores the reputation and financial damage a third party can be subjected to for data breaches. This is something that we have been talking about as a major trend in 2022, and we even have done a radio interview recently as well, talking about the mega data dramas of 2022. Take a look at the article as well and the recording. Now, recently we did survey of job market and some surprising stats. There's 400% increase in jobs with data protection requirements and data governance jobs. Some of you may think, oh, data protection is a compliance objective, maybe a showstopper. While you're looking at reducing risk and protecting personal information, data governance is looking at organizational objective, reducing risk and increasing value of data. If you look at even the roadmap coming out of the Singapore regulator, they split data protection and data innovation. If you are willing to augment your skill from just data protection to business risk management, cyber data, breach incident, stakeholder management, and audit and compliance, you round yourself off as a business stakeholder, as a data protection officer. And the above boxes are the different trainings we have mapped to these requirements for the skill sets that are advocated by the PDPC. Then the transition to data innovation, which is data governance. We have also courses mapped to data governance, data ethics, data sharing, design thinking. So these are additional skill sets to transform you to round off into a data governance skill set as well, as more firms look at data innovation into AI, profiling, in terms of big analytics. This is something that you really want to look at, the transformation of data protection towards data governance, and that's evident in the job market right now. Now, for us, we also provide you tools if you are also looking at how can we be better in 2023, right? For data protection roles, we have the DPOinBOX, right? Which we have best practices programmed in, including multiple jurisdictions if you are looking at, handling different jurisdictions. And Capybara, which is on the top here, this one is a capability managed platform. We are currently taking on beta customers to go and try out how can you augment and track your capability development for your staff, especially those doing digital transformation. Now, speaking of the transformation from data protection to data governance, here is the first course that is marrying the two. It's called the Integrated Data Privacy Capability Model. It's a standard that we have developed together with the Open Compliance Ethics Group. And here is a playback of the webinar with the president, Carol, and talking about the rationale behind why such a standard now is being rolled out from the GRC perspective of data protection. And there will be a course in January, first in the world. What better to hear from your fellow DPOs? How are they excelling, right? Or kind of things that they have gone through to find a better way of being a DPO. If you look at just now, I talk about the certification. That's something that they are seeing benefits coming out. Just recently, that particular course I mentioned, we opened it up to a beta group And a number of them have taken the certification, and you can see the recognition by fellow DPOs, and they put it on LinkedIn as well. When I mentioned just now, jobs with DP requirements, many of them require certifications. So that's one of the 400% increase. People are looking for qualified data protection people to do DPO roles. What can you do? Coming January, you may want to take a look at this course where we talk about data protection trends and role of DPO. And we talk about developments of data protection approaches, what are the possibility of tools, and also privacy enhancing techniques if you're not sure what they are, and what kind of trends are coming up. So this is from global perspective, especially if you're involved in regional jurisdictions. And speaking of regional jurisdictions, you'll probably be grappling now with standards. Here we have a course on January 30th, touching on multiple standards, ISO 29100, Limiting a Company Framework, APEC Privacy Framework. You want to be taking a look and see how do you make sense, which one to pick, and how do you go about it to implement a coherent data protection management program that's standards based, especially dealing with regional jurisdictions. Take a look at that. And if you are looking at how do you become more efficient in 2023, take a look at the DPOinBOX, right? We actually have something called DPOinBOX Academy. It's free. So if you haven't got your hands wet on a tool, go take a free trial at DPOinBOX.com and join in the sessions here. We deep dive into different scenarios. The most recent one was about, how do you find out where are the special categories of data because you need to implement special controls, and also who are the stakeholders, right? We can do it in a matter of clicks. If you do spreadsheet, it'll be very, very tough. These are the kind of productivity and compliance series we are doing. So by all means, this is probably a good time to really look at how can you be working smarter and 33% faster in 2023. If you already have taken some certifications or looking at how do you augment yourself, go to DPEX Network and have a look at the roadmap. We actually have a button you can click and you put in what you have, and it will spit out also a roadmap for you. If not, we are consultants standby. No obligations. Happy to talk to you what is best for you or your staff or your stakeholders. There are multiple courses that adds up to advanced diploma, right? So this is something that you really want to be considering, or you're looking at international certification. What are the ones that stack up well for you based on your role and the kind of coverage you're doing? We hope to partner you for brighter 2023, and really data protection is taking off very, very much in 2023 for ASEAN. So I look forward to partner with you guys, right? And we hope to see you at one of our events.